Hi.
Hi.
My name's Claudia. It's so good to meet you.
Jan, nice to meet you. Welcome. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's actually very exciting. The day's so beautiful, so it was a really good drive over here.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't like a traffic hour.
It wasn't too bad. No, not at all. But there is my business card just for future reference or anything.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
And I just want to get myself situated.
So your day's been good?
Yeah, it's actually been a super good day. I was really excited to come in because I spoke to Jack at the Atlanta Boat Show.
Yes, that's right.
And it was amazing. And we got to talking about some issues that you guys have been having.
Yes,
because you've just grown so much, which is awesome.
Thank you.
But of course, with that growth, there is a potential for any like discrepancies and just like not keeping up.
Right.
So yeah, so we have some, I know we have 20 minutes today, so I just want to go through. I found some 3 key issues as potential agenda items.
Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, those are definitely
do these make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, and do you think of anything else that we might need to cover today?
No, those 3 look great. That's definitely some issues I wanted to address. So.
Awesome. And before we go any further, is there anyone else that you want in this meeting today?
No, just me. It's gonna be great.
Okay, perfect. And is it okay if I just take notes and just kind of cover anything that I might have missing in my notes or anything?
Yes, please.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right. So I noticed your company has made $1.2 billion in sales, which is incredible.
Thank you.
Like literally amazing.
It's been a great year.
Yeah, that's amazing. With that being said, of course, you guys have had a lot of growth, so that also brings in a lot of possibilities for some discrepancies, like we said. So we spoke about a few things, but he thinks so which one? We should have just to clarify, okay, here's my notes. You have 9 salespeople per site and 1 manager in Savannah and 1 manager in Hawaii.
That's correct.
That's right. Okay, and then so you have about 29 staff people in Savannah with 244 manufacturers across the 4 different sites.
Correct.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for confirming this.
Yes.
Check. All right. So let's get into the different things. So how have you guys basically been keeping track of your sales and client information?
We've been making use of Excel spreadsheets.
Okay.
Which, you know, has been working for us, but since last year when we hit that huge growth, I think that there's definitely been some issues.
Yeah, I know with all your company growth, you guys have significantly outgrown your supportware system, which obviously always happens. You just really need to stay updated with your software. Yeah, and definitely spreadsheets kind of give a lot of concerns. Do you have any like, you know, right off the bat?
For me, it's just, you know, with my position, I don't really get to necessarily talk to the sales reps every single day, so I don't know exactly like what they're dealing with. That's why I'm so glad like you were able to come in today, just because I want to see, you know, in more detail like what's going on. Yeah,
of course. Yeah, and I see here while spreadsheets are super easy to use, they don't always, they take a lot more effort for you to view and manage and like, edit and just have like everyone be able to be on the same page.
Yeah, the data is so,
do you find that?
There's a lot of data now, and I think it's hard for them to keep up, and kind of just, it's not efficient for them to transfer it to each other anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So I know a lot of time like is just wasted by actually having to go through everything and just like be on the same page.
Exactly.
So yeah, so with that disorganization, it's possible that customers are dissatisfied because there's like delays and lagging. Do you find that as well?
Yes, those are some of the things that I've heard for some of the sales reps have been bringing that up. It's been brought to my attention a couple times.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that that's something that you found too when you were looking into that. Yeah.
And typically, if you were to lose a customer from that, it would be anywhere from like 5 million to 20 million per year.
Yeah.
That sounds right. Yeah. On average.
That's definitely we're seeing some numbers slip through the cracks, and we definitely want to kind of just get that down to 0.
Exactly.
As close to 0 as we can get at least.
Yeah, and of course, like these are things that I think can be completely avoidable if you have the right system to keep up with your growing company.
Yeah.
So a little bit of information for you right now.
Okay.
So CRM actually stands for Customer Relationship Management.
Okay.
And it basically just keeps your customer information in one place so that you guys are all able to manage your contacts and just be on the same page and like be able to see it. which definitely results in happier customers.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so you won't have to worry about losing the 5 to 20 million.
Yeah.
And I understand your frustration that you guys must be having with you growing so much but not being able to stay super organized. So we'll definitely work on improving that for you guys.
Thank you.
And with Salesforce, it is the first company that took CRM to the cloud, which essentially enables companies to access all of their customer information online from any device, anywhere in the world, 24/7. So it's really great because I know, like, since you have people in Savannah, people in Hawaii, like, you guys all want to be able, especially with the time difference, like, it's awesome because you can access it no matter when.
Yeah, I really think communication is becoming an issue, you know, because they're just so busy, and I feel like they need to be spending more time with their customers and less time, you know, dealing with our system that's slowing them down.
Slowing them down completely, especially for you to have sales reps, like, you want them to be up there personal with the client, and for them to be having to go through all of the data on spreadsheets, like, it's definitely a huge problem, especially if it causes the potential of losing customers.
Yes, exactly. I agree.
So all right, so that is for that one, and then let's go on to the next. So sales tracking. So how are your sales representatives, like, currently handling it? Are they confused? Are they finding it frustrating?
Yes, I think they're having a hard time, tracking their sales generally. The numbers are kind of scattered. And it's just really the Excel spreadsheets, again, are just slowing them down.
Of course.
You know, like, they'll make a sale and things are not updated, or, you know, they might be losing sales because they're not getting enough face-to-face time with the customer.
Exactly.
So we've seen some issues with that.
Yeah, so I can definitely understand how they're getting confused, especially with how much you guys are growing. I know we've discussed that. I understand you have about 9 sales reps per site, and you have 4 sites in Florida, California, Texas, and Nevada. That's right? Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha. And so how has the communication gap, like, kind of hurt your company?
I find that the sales reps are just kind of confused on what to do. Sometimes, or where to go. So if they have a sales call coming up, you know, they don't have a program for them where they can kind of just have all their information in front of them, you know, where to go and things like that. And so I really want to implement a system for them because they deserve, you know, something like that where they can just manage all their calls, because as we're growing, they're having to do more and more.
And have they, I know, like, with them being frustrated, you guys have actually lost 3 different sales reps in the past couple of months?
Yes.
Of course. So that's like, obviously a major number, especially being a yacht building business. Like, that's a ton of money, like, just slipping through. And so if you, like, hypothetically, I, like, wrote it out, if you hypothetically, like, were to lose 3 more sales representatives per site, that would mean you guys would lose about 50 million in revenue in a year. So that's, like, a huge number, and that's also something that's completely avoidable. And so I can show you. So for your spreadsheet, so you definitely want your CRM and your sales dashboards to provide tools for your collecting and analyzing data, so that sales tracking is always there and easy to access.
That sounds great.
Especially, like, if you don't want your sales representatives, like, spending so much time having to lug through all of this data and everything, especially when they can just be out with your clients in the field. So if you were to be able to track your sales easily and efficiently, your sales representatives would then be able to use their time better and potentially gain more clients and bring in about 20 million more, and you wouldn't have to worry about losing that 50 million a year.
And I love how it's laid out so organized for them too.
It's amazing.
All in one place. They don't have to pull up different files or check their emails.
Exactly, and actually, like, later on, I can actually, like, dive in a lot more. This is just, like, the basic face of everything that I just wanted to go through.
That looks great.
So I know with your product and craft production, with your current system, we know you've grown a ton. So with that, like, do you think that you guys are typically, like it says, okay, you guys are currently making about 50 to 100 yachts at full capacity?
Yes, okay. That's about right.
And right now you are operating at full capacity?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So demand is surging for yachts, obviously, and especially with it coming into the summer months, I know demand's going to continue to increase. So you need to make sure that you have a system that can really stay updated with you. And so at a scale as fast as your business that is growing so exponentially.
Summer is huge for us.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so with all that in mind, because your system and scheduling for y'all is not running efficiently, you guys are losing obviously a lot of revenue because you're going at full capacity, and you could easily be making so much more if you had a system that was running better.
Yeah.
So if you see here, okay, so based on other clients of mine, this is what it's based on. And speaking briefly to Jack, our system would be able to accommodate for your tremendous growth and ultimately help you better scheduling your production. So let's say by updating your system, you're able to produce 100 more yachts. That would increase your revenue by around $40 million.
Well, that sounds fantastic.
That's a good number.
Great.
Yeah, so if you see here, like it just has like all the different numbers.
Yeah.
And that's literally just by updating your system to really like keep up with how much you guys are growing.
Yeah, that would be great, because I know, summer's just huge for us.
Month.
So if we were able to cross that threshold like that, that would be great.
I know, 40 million. It's always nice to have in your pocket.
Yeah,
so actually, I had my legal team create this for you.
Okay.
And it just kind of has like basic overview about like Sales Cloud, Salesforce. And I'd love for you to see it, keep a copy.
Okay,
and I'll be looking at the same thing and just kind of showing you around. 1 second.
Great.
So these are just, I've kind of limited to just some areas that I think will definitely benefit you individually versus my other clients. So for sales and client information, if you see here, it allows you to set up person accounts, which is super useful because you have customers who are individuals, not companies.
Right.
And so, of course, you can just store information that applies to their individual, like their first and last name, which I know for Excel, like it's super customizable, but it also takes tremendous amount of time.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's not right out there.
No. So it allows anyone who accesses it to see who the customer is, like no matter if they're in Hawaii, no matter if they're in Savannah.
Right.
You can see what their budget is, what they're looking for, their preferred way of contacting them, what type of yacht they're looking for, etc. Like you can really see what you need, and basically like if you want to see something different from your sales rep in Savannah, you're really able to, like all the information's there, but you're able to customize it to see what you as an individual also want to see.
Oh wow, that's great.
So if you go here to account object, you can store information about companies you're doing business with, as well as other companies that may interact with you and your work process.
Yeah.
So that's like really fun. And then if you go to contact object, so that's like where Salesforce allows you to store contact information about key decision makers, buyers, and everything like that for each particular company, which is really awesome. Yeah, just having like the different tabs instead of like a ton of different spreadsheets, like it just makes you stay so much more organized, which is amazing.
No, I completely agree. I wish when I was a sales rep I had this.
Yeah, it would have been nice, right? And then for sales tracking, if you go to customize the opportunity object right here, you'll be spending the most time here. So once you've done that, you can begin to track your activity around the deals and build a dashboard to keep yourself on track.
Oh, that's great.
So here you can see your previous sales and losses, and here you can keep track of them all in one spot. So it's amazing.
That's really great.
And if you wanted to forecast sales, see what you're doing in the future, you can actually see that there are 4 categories. Did you see them right here?
Oh yeah, okay, so we have pipeline, and then best case, and the commit and the close cases.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's really awesome to have those 4 different categories. Really able to stay organized, which is the biggest deal.
Yes, absolutely.
So depending on how you set up this feature, these amounts can reflect opportunities from one category or aggregated categories. So you can base your forecast amounts on opportunities or on revenue, on quantity, which makes it extremely, extremely easy.
Yes, it certainly does.
Yeah, it's used from literally wherever you're needing to access it. So if you're in the field, you can access it, or even at home, like literally no matter where you are. It's like the best part about it, No, everyone's always on the same page. Do you have any questions on that?
So are they able to access it from their phones?
Yeah, actually like any kind of device they're able to access it from.
Oh, that's
laptop, phones. So I know phones like it's a lot smaller, but I know Excel like doesn't always minimize to a small enough like capacity.
Right.
But this, like no matter what device you're looking on, it'll really like show up in the perfect way.
Yeah, that's definitely a plus for them to be able to, you know, because they're always on the go in their car.
Yeah, in the car, no matter where you are, like if you're getting dinner somewhere, like you're always able to access the information.
Yes, that's perfect.
So let me show you this. Okay, so for example, here's Savannah sales reps will definitely be wanting to look at the different data than those in Hawaii. So if you see here, if I could just access this and you can see I'm seeing the same data that anyone in Hawaii, anyone in Savannah, no matter even if they're in Paris, like their little trip with their family, they'll be able to access it. So do you have any questions about these different features? I know that was kind of a lot to go through.
Yeah, no, that all looks great. I really love, because in our meetings, you know, sometimes we don't have everybody's information in all the territories. So being able to see all of them at once, it would be so beneficial.
Yeah. Just with the simple, like, different clicks, it's really customizable. So it's pretty amazing. So going back over what we've discussed today, I just want to make sure I get all my notes together.
If you don't mind, do you know how much all of this, you know, would cost?
Yeah, actually, we can go through that right now, of course.
Okay.
Okay, so Salesforce is actually around $25,000 one-time fee to implement, which will end up being around $2,040 per person for you as Global Yacht per person per year. Okay, so you ready to know?
Yeah.
So, for example, I had it out. If we made that for 100 people needing Salesforce for you, and I chose 100 just to give some wiggle room for if you're hiring anyone else to make up for the people you've lost so far, it would cost this $2,200.
Was that, did that just cut?
Okay, I think that it cut off, but we're gonna just pretend that it didn't and go straight back into it.
Yes, so.
I'm sorry, Dr. Gooner. All right, so back to,
So one client, so one customer loss is about $20 million that we're losing.
Yeah, so that,
so that's nothing,
So 20 million, 5 to 20 million if you lose just one client, which I know your sales representatives have about 5 or 6 clients. So when you lose one sales rep, that's like a ton more money.
So so 204,000, or 204.
Yeah, exactly. And then, so when we talked about you losing your 3 sales representatives, that was actually 50 million to count all of their different clients, which is a huge number. And
it's huge.
Like I said, it's completely avoidable with all these different updates and everything.
Right.
And then if you were able to update your system and really go at a bigger capacity for your production, you would actually increase your revenue by 40 million.
Yeah.
So all of these numbers, like, with revenue, it's amazing, like 50 million, that's an awesome number. But for you to be losing all of that just because your system's not staying updated with your growth, like, obviously that's a much bigger number.
So this is an investment for sure.
Definitely.
So
I'm really glad that you can see it that way. So do you have any questions over what we just discussed, all those numbers?
You know, I honestly think that this looks great. This is exactly what we were really hoping for, and the price looks great. It's an amazing investment. For sure. I was just wondering if you're available next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, actually,
because we have a board meeting, so I can't make this decision just on my own. I do want to consult with the other members of the board. I understand that. But I would love to have you in there with me to help explain it.
I can bring all of these sheets. I can get one for everyone that's going to be in the meeting.
And bring a contract too.
Okay.
But are you available next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday? What time?
I think it would be at noon.
Noon? Yeah, I'm definitely able to.
Bring in lunch.
I'll make sure it happens.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Okay.
Let me just jot that down. Okay, and then do you know about how many people I should bring these different
copies? I think there's going to be about 6 of us there.
6 of us?
So,
I'll print 10 just in case.
Okay, for sure. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was such a good meeting. It was so awesome. But thank you so much.
Thank you for coming in today. Thank you, Claudia.
And I'll ask your secretary for your number just in case.
Perfect. And I have your card.
Yes.
You have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much. You too. Any last words?